It's Friday, September 1st, 2023, and this is the Talk Film Society podcast. I am your host, Marcelo Pico, editor-in-chief of Talk Film Society, here to close things off on our summer blockbuster series of 2023 with my co-host for this series. We did it from beginning to end. It's Siobhan Irving. Siobhan, hi.
Here we are. It's the end of the summer blockbuster season. That rocks, right?
Yeah, oh, God. It rocks. Dudes rock. I mean, I don't want to jump into the news, but dudes have been rocking this past week.
I don't know this news, but you don't even have to tell me twice that dudes have been rocking. I believe you.
We've been rocking. Separately, dudes have been rocking. The summer's been rocking. I mean, okay, Siobhan, I'm jumping to the chase here. Summer, blockbuster movies, your thoughts. What is the state of the summer blockbuster 2023, in your opinion?
Well, look, we had, decent hits to start off the summer. Big hits. We had what did we have with Fast X? We had Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Big hits, right?
Yeah.
And critically acclaimed, especially Guardians, I assume.
Yeah.
And like that fucking rocked.
Yeah.
And then we got kind of middle of the season, and then we had unprecedented levels of hittery. We had we got this freaking movie based on a damn doll, which is stupid. I play with action figures, not dolls. And what did it make? Like $1.3 trillion, and that's like awesome. And it also made the Bomb movie do really good. So like all this stuff just rocks, right?
Oh, yeah.
Breaking records. You love to see it. Like more money going into the pockets of like Zaslav and the rest. And
so well put.
And then we get to, and you know what? We trailed off a bit. And like things slightly less rocked. Well, Dracula rocked the boat out on the seas, but in terms of money making for Zaslav, it didn't rock that much.
So we're on Zaslav watch this season of the show. We want to follow how much money Zaslav is making.
I don't even know if that was the WB, and then
it was Universal.
And then Blue Beat wasn't that guy one.
Blue Beetle is Warner Brothers. That's Zaslav.
Yeah, so Blue Beetle, that one didn't really exactly rock Zaslav's socks off.
Well, that's a nice headline. Variety?
and so like that's a bit of that was a little bit of a sour note to nearly end the season off. But I think we're about to possibly actually finish the season with another mid-sized hit.
Oh, yes. That's right. I think so too. This is the end of the summer movie season of 2023. Labor Day weekend is when things, I guess, it's not official. It's not officially the end of the summer. I don't know when the end of the summer officially is on the calendar, but in terms of film, box office, whatever you want to call it.
That's when we all stop going to the movies.
Exactly.
That's just how it is.
That's when I stop putting on sunscreen when I go outside. That's when I take off my bathing trunks underneath my clothes. I always put on bathing trunks underneath my clothes during the summer. I don't know when I'll be around the pool. Just in case. You never know.
Yeah, maybe you're in what parts of the country that are being hit by hurricanes and stuff.
Yeah. A torrential, 20-foot wave could crash through my apartment. I'd be ready.
Independence Day style.
Yeah.
Or not Independence Day. Day after tomorrow?
Yes.
Yeah.
Same
style.
Same director. So I don't blame
same
you.
Movie.
Same movie.
2012 style.
Same director too. That's three from the same dude. Toby Emmerich. That's his name, right? Toby.
Is it Toby?
No, it's not
that
Toby.
Doesn't sound right.
No.
Is it Robert?
Toby Emmerich is the film producer, so that's not who I'm thinking of. The other Emmerich is who I'm thinking of. This is
Anyway,
Roland. I got it.
Roland yes.
Emmerich, the director of Day After Tomorrow, The Patriot, Godzilla, Independence Day.
Exactly.
White
So
House
the
Down.
Equalizer 3 is coming out this week.
Equalizer 3. Sorry. Thank you, Siobhan. That's the main topic. Equalizer 3. None of us have seen it. Either one of us.
No one.
No, nobody's seen it, I don't think.
Nobody has seen it. The director locked this one without watching it.
And it will release like midnight, September 1st. No, I mean, I'm not even sure what I'm trying to say. I was going to say we've been lucky in that I've seen films early, but no. I mean, I saw Gran Turismo early. I saw the Vampire Boat movie early.
How could I forget Gran Turismo based on a true story?
Yeah.
From Hammered Racer.
That was last week's episode.
It was just last week.
Yeah, and you completely forgot it. It's like it doesn't exist.
Did that make like even $5? Did anybody buy a ticket to that?
Apparently it was the number one movie last weekend. It depends on who you ask.
Interesting. So, I remember. Yes, it made like 17, and that includes its like Thursday preview or whatever.
Yeah,
and then Barbie made 15, which was only over the 3-day.
Well, see, it wasn't only the Thursday preview because when you count in weekend results, usually you count Thursday. But what Gran Turismo did was they counted the last 3 weeks of early preview screenings into their weekend total, which has happened before.
It was still, and even with that, it was nearly beat by Barbie in its 7th week or whatever.
It's funny that a movie's first opening weekend is still so close that Barbie in its 6th week of release is just making just as much money as Gran Turismo. Anyway, but this isn't the news, not yet anyway. I want to say some things up front. Who are we? I'm Marcelo. That's Siobhan. I want to put this up front in case anybody doesn't make it to the end of the episode. I was going to say in case nobody makes it to the end of the episode. Check out our Patreon. Patreon.com/TalkFilmSociety.
Oh, please.
Please, for the love of God.
This next month, especially, you want it. I promise you. I promise you, you want it in the month of September.
Okay, I think we can officially say it because I've already edited the first one, so I think we can talk about what's going to happen. So we're taking a break from this show. We're going to go away and dream it all up again. We might come back for the Southland Tales show. I don't know. We might come back for the Talk Film Society Oscar season. I don't know. Well, me and Siobhan have to talk about things. But I know there's going to be a break on this show. I need to find a job. That's why. But over the last 8 months, Siobhan and I have been working on something that's going to come out in September on the Patreon. Siobhan, why don't you tell them what it is?
Sure. So every single month, Marcelo and I do these once monthly commentaries where we just choose a film and, talk over it. And those are always fun. They're a good time. But Marcelo and I decided to really go all out this Halloween season.
This Hollywood season.
This Halloween spooky season.
Yes.
And we chose to cover an entire franchise and do commentaries over every single entry in said franchise. This was originally slated to come out in October with the release of the film, but it got pushed up to September. I bet you can already guess that, yes, it is the Saw franchise. We are doing commentaries for Saw, Saw 2, Saw 3, Saw 4, Saw 5, Saw 6, Saw 7 3D, the final chapter, Jigsaw, Spiral from the Book of Saw, and the Saw short that I think is also just called Saw.
Yeah.
And you can find all of that over on our Patreon. We've had a very fun time recording those. We have maybe some special guests, some special puppety guests might show up.
Yes.
It's been fun.
It has been fun, and
it's not a joke to us. We fucking love Saw. There's no jokes in this.
No. Yeah, we're coming at this with a serious love of the franchise. We're not turning our noses up on it. This isn't like ironic. This is us legitimately enjoying these movies. Oh, except for Saw 5.
Yeah.
But it's been a fun time recording these since January. I mean,
Jigsaw, kind of.
I like Jigsaw more than Saw 5, but still.
Well, definitely.
Yeah. And we still got one more to record. Spoiler alert. But these. Okay, so if you're listening to this Friday, tomorrow, we're recording this on Thursday before it comes out, the day before. If you're listening to this on the 1st of September. Stay up all through the weekend until Monday, and keep tabs on patreon.com/talkfilmsociety. First commentary will be out Labor Day, Monday, September 4th, and then the commentaries will roll out every Monday, Wednesday, Friday until we run out of episodes. So that's 3 weeks, 9 episodes total. That's it. More information on our social media, Talk Film Society, over on Twitter. I'm going to post on Blue Sky in September on Twitter. You know, I'll start spreading the word, start spreading the news. Instagram too. So yeah, why don't I make this super simple? I'll just say go to talkfilmsociety.com/saw for details.
Whoa, we got our own URL.
Yeah, I can do that. So yeah, the link will be there on our social media. But also, remember, it's that easy. It's just that easy, folks. talkfilmsociety.com/saw. You'll get access to all the commentaries if you sign up for the Patreon. But yeah.
If you pay $1.
Yeah, just come on. For God's sakes. It's
One
just
goddamn
$1. All that work.
And there's going to be another commentary, too.
Yeah.
We're going to do our regular monthly commentary.
Exactly. We just published the Crank August commentary.
Yeah, Crank. That one was a wild time, right? They shot a bunch of guys and you had to do a journal one.
That was fun. That was published today on August 31st. But yeah, we're going to record one for September. Haven't recorded that yet, but we'll get to it. But yeah, that's it. Just wanted to put that up front. We'll repeat ourselves at the end, but not as long as we did just now. Okay, there we go. Get ready for Hello September. That's the name of it.
That's the name of it, yeah.
I also wanted to change the handle on Talk Film Society to like Talk Film Saw Society. That'd be fun.
Oh, that'd be good.
That'd be fun.
That'd be good.
Yeah. So stay tuned. I mean, yeah, sure. We had to like the fact that they pushed this up to September is great. Saw X, but for us having recorded like 5 of them already or whatever before they made the change, we do say in these commentaries early on, oh yeah, this is Sawtober. We use that word a lot, but no, it's Hello September.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's that. All right. News. Officially, this is the news. Siobhan, what's in the news?
Usually I do a joke, right?
Ha ha ha.
And yeah, it's usually so funny where I do a joke and I go to deadline.com and say some really useless piece of news. But I've actually got some useless piece of news already in my brain.
Oh.
Isn't that frickin' Michael Mann movie being premiered at like Venice or some shit?
Oh yeah, that was the news I was alluding to. Dudes just being dudes.
Dudes rocking.
Rocking.
Michael Mann, most certainly a dudes rocking guy.
Exactly. I also had in mind David Fincher. We just saw the new David Fincher trailer for The Killer. Dudes be rocking this week. Yes, you're right, Siobhan. I think it's I'll make sure, because I did just see the tweets roll by about this. Ferrari, Michael Mann's new film. One of the most highly anticipated for the final months of 2023. It premiered at Venice, the Venice Film Festival, today. like just now. I just saw somebody tweet out a review of it. But yeah, I saw Adam Driver talk about his support for the SAG-AFTRA strike. We're pro-union on this show, just to reiterate.
Yeah, how are they promoting it?
So Driver and the actors are promoting it because it's being produced by Neon, the film.
Gotcha.
And Neon is one of those indie studios that have very early on said, okay, we will abide by what the SAG-AFTRA union wants. We're going to give them everything they want in terms of, the percentage of the residuals and, labor practices, whatnot, the things that the studios are refusing to give the actors and the writers. So Neon is like, you know what, deal. So it's a waiver. That's what they got.
Understood.
Yeah, but I mean, which is good because like now you get Adam Driver like being upfront and saying, he's pro the strike, he's pro union, and he's saying people who run Netflix and Amazon are shitheads and they should be paying the actors their due. But yeah, I do not. Beyond the one tweet I saw that called the film emotionless and very mechanical, I know,
like a car, like a Ferrari.
Hey, come on, it's a car. I know
a Ferrari.
I've not seen any other reactions to Ferrari, but I'm excited for it. The trailer came out this past week too. Siobhan, thoughts on Ferrari? Are you revved up for Ferrari?
Am I revved up? Am I strapped in my seatbelt? Not really. I don't care.
Okay.
It'll come out, and I'll probably watch it at home. I'm not going to be racing to my seat to see this one.
You're not going to be shifting into high gear to to buckle your seatbelts for Ferrari.
Nope. Just staying in neutral here. I'm not going to be parked. Okay, I'm open minded, but just gonna be neutral. Maybe maybe the maybe the winds will push my car towards it.
All right. Are you how big of a fan are you of Mr. Michael Mann?
I was thinking about this today because a lot of people on Twitter were like sharing their lists. I made my own and shared it, ranking his films. I haven't seen that many of them. I've seen 7 of them of like the 12 he's made probably. Yeah. And
he hasn't made that much. You've seen
he really
a good
hasn't.
amount. Yeah,
I've seen everything since like the 90s basically.
Yeah.
And I like him. Like I like him. I don't know why I don't feel this super deep connection to him. Cause like I do enjoy a lot of his movies, and to a strong degree. Like I feel very strongly about Collateral and Manhunter, and like I really, really dug Black Hat and Miami Vice, and I think Heat's a very good movie. I don't know. I don't ever get excited about him. I don't know why. I couldn't tell you.
I mean, that's fair.
His like digital filmmaking style is really cool, honestly.
Yeah.
He does some great shit with Black Hat. The way that movie's shot is like it's awesome. It looks great.
I haven't seen Ali yet. That's one I haven't seen. I also haven't seen The Keep or The Last of the Mohicans.
I'm so curious about The Keep.
I am too.
It seems like such a weird movie.
Yeah, I gotta see The Keep.
Ollie is no good, but other people like it, so I don't know.
But I pretty much like/love everything else he's done.
And I'm in that camp.
And I agree. I think his digital photography is incredible, especially like Miami Vice, Black Hats, Public Enemies. I remember being good. That's one I'm like, is it good though? I need to revisit that one.
That one might be the source of my middling opinion of the man. My indifference. Yeah, that's the right. My indifference towards him is because I saw Public Enemies. I was probably, I guess, like 2007 or 9. I'm going to guess around there.
9 is when it came out.
2009. So yeah, it would have been 13 or 14. And like, I was just like, oh, a new Johnny Depp movie. This looks so cool. Mobsters. And like, this is going to be an action movie, which seemed like how it was marketed. And I went to it in the theater. Like, I was really excited about it. I got somebody to take me. And bored to tears by it in the theater. Haven't watched it since. Yeah, so like that, a young childhood disappointing experience with the guy might be the reason why, even though I've been offset by multiple other films of his that I really like a lot, it's just they're not pulling me through on him.
And I think I did see your tweet where you shared your ranking of Michael Mann films. I don't think you've seen Thief yet, have you?
I have not seen Thief. God damn it! I should have seen Thief by now. I started it like a week ago, but had to stop.
I'm not gonna condemn you for not seeing Thief, but I recommend seeing that, and I think you'll at least like that movie a lot. I think that maybe.
I think I will.
I think that might still be his best one, in my opinion. Thief.
That's the one that's in the Criterion.
Yes, in the Criterion collection. Even though, if you ask me, I think Miami Vice should also be in the Criterion collection. I mean, come on, Miami Vice.
Manhunter too.
Manhunter too. Well, Manhunter is in the Scream Factory collection, so
fair enough.
Just as good. I'm going to commit this right now. I'm going to make a promise. I'm going to finally see The Last of the Mohicans. I've just seen bits and parts of that on TV. Like 10 years ago, I walked into my roommate watching it. I watched like the last third of it, but I've never sat down to watch the whole thing, which is a big blind spot for me. I know it's great. I know it's amazing. Daniel Day-Lewis, whatever. I just haven't seen the whole thing. So I'm going to see The Last of the Mohicans this year. That's my promise.
I'm going to be honest. It wasn't until today that I knew he directed that movie. I always think of that as like a Spielberg kind of thing.
I get that. It's really one that is... just on the face of it, like it doesn't look like one he would do, because like when you look at Heat, The Insider, Collateral, Miami Vice, they're all like at least like not modern times, but like more like just men with guns, you know, like thrillers, like modern day thrillers.
Dudes rock.
Yeah, dudes rock. Always remember, dudes rock. But yeah, to me, Last of the Mohican seems like an outlier from everything else he's done. But apparently, it's great. I'll check it out. Okay, so I think we've made that promise. I'm going to see Last of the Mohicans. Siobhan, I'm gently recommending you watch Thief. I'm not putting any pressure on you. Okay.
Well, watch Thief. I have my own little amount of pressure, and I will see it eventually. The Tokyo Vice TV show that he was involved with.
Oh, I don't know
how heavily involved he was, but like I thought that show was great.
They're bringing that back for a new season, right?
Yeah, even though it's weird with the star, it came out after his cancellation, and I think they are making a second season still with him.
Oh, with Ansel Elgort. Oh, Jesus, I forgot about that. I never did see that pilot that he directed, that Michael Mann directed.
It's great. The show's got a great look to it. It's a very engaging show, I thought. But that's every other show on TV. So like, you don't have to watch it if you don't.
Well, it's good that he got another show, going, and he moved past Luck, the TV show that he also directed the first episode of.
He didn't seem to have a lot of luck himself with getting TV shows.
For those who don't know, that HBO show, Luck, they had to cancel it because there were a bunch of horse deaths on set for that horse racing TV show.
Kill a bunch of horses, and is that worth it for art? I don't know. You be the judge.
Yeah. You folks listening, you be the judge. All right, I have one bit of news that's sure to set fire to the box office. It's sure to set fire to Hollywood here in the next few weeks. That's right, folks.
Oh boy,
Taylor Swift is coming to theaters to save Hollywood.
Yes.
Literally this morning.
Tell me everything.
I'm not going to tell you everything. I'm just going to tell you what I know. So
tell me what you know.
Here's what I know. This morning, Taylor Swift was going to make a big surprising announcement on Good Morning America, GMA. The Swifties were abuzz this morning when I opened up Twitter.
What could it be?
And then they were like, oh, Taylor Swift announced she's going to release an Eras Tour film to theaters. It's like, what? Really? Okay. So I was curious. I opened up my AMC app.
Is that allowed?
Is that it? Can she do this? So I opened up my AMC app, and lo and behold, it was the first thing I saw was a queue, which I don't ever see unless it's like a Star Wars movie or a Marvel movie, where
or Barbie.
Or Barbie. Oh no, I didn't see this digital queue for Barbie.
I had that digital queue for Barbie on Cinemark.
Oh, okay.
On Cinemark.
Interesting. But for this Taylor Swift movie, you can't even open up the AMC app without this coming up. This message that says, for the Eras Tour movie, you'll have to wait so and so minutes to access the tickets. Then it also says, if you want to look up anything else on the AMC app or website, please check in another time. It's like, okay. So it did completely shut down the AMC app for a lot of people as they were put in this queue. And yeah, I looked into it. I was like, you know what? Right away, I'm like, interesting. Okay, this is going to be an experience. I know very little of Taylor Swift. I checked to see the ticket prices. It is $20. I double checked. Actually, it's okay. This is kind of cute. Actually, I'll tell you this, and Siobhan, you tell me if this is cute or not. So, the ticket prices are $19.89 for adults and $13.13 for children and seniors. Now, is that cute?
That's pretty cute. I like that.
$19.89 for adults. I mean, get it?
That's cute.
Her album,
What's
$19.89. I'm not sure. Actually, I'm not sure what that is.
1989 is cute.
Yeah, but I'm sure the Swifties are screaming at the. Oh, do you think any Swifties are listening to this podcast? Do you think they care at all about us?
Is anybody listening to this podcast?
Good point. Let's move on. So,
you know, if we mention her,
you know what?
If we say that that's what this episode is about,
I'll put it in the title. It'll say The Equalizer and Taylor Swift. Just that's it.
The Eras Tour.
The Eras Tour, Taylor Swift. So yeah, it's $20, and also there's a big disclaimer, front page of AMC that says these tickets are not included in A-list. You can't. They're non-refundable. You can't use your gift vouchers on them. You can't redeem points on them. Yada yada yada. So I'm like, no thanks. And then I hear from, and I thought at first it was like a one-night event, like on October 13th is when I saw that this was opening. So I'm like, okay, it's one night. I'm not going to go to this. But apparently it's not only AMC. AMC is distributing this movie. They're trying to be a distributor now, which is interesting. I'm getting all this information from our friend Mike Schindler, who first posted it on Discord. And then from this article on the Eras Tour movie that he also posted on Discord. So thank you, Mike. AMC is trying to distribute this Eras Tour movie to other theaters, like Regals and whatevers and Draft Houses. But yeah, I might go because I did message my girlfriend and she's a mild Swiftie. So we might end up going to this in October sometime.
Have you ever been to one of these types of experiences? Like, have you ever been to the Fathom Event Opera? Have you been to any of those concert type things?
The one that comes to mind. No, I've never been to a Fathom event like that. But I had been to concert films in the theater. I went to go see American Utopia, the David Byrne Broadway show / concert film directed by Spike Lee. Like that played one night in theaters, and I went to that, and that was fun. But never like this. And speaking of David Byrne and Talking Heads, I'm going to go see that IMAX Stop Making Sense live thing in September. So I'm seeing that. But no, to answer your question, I haven't really been to any of these. So I don't know. I mean, Siobhan, have you been to any of these concert films?
No, I haven't. But I think it's a cool thing that they exist and that they happen. Like, I'm sure going to one is a decent time, and it's like a good way to make the concert experience more accessible to people that can't go to a concert for whatever various reasons, location,
Money.
accessibility issues, money. So I think it's cool that they happen. I remember that I worked at a movie theater during the One Direction concert movie when that came out.
How was that?
And that was a pretty, we got decent crowds for it, and it was pretty cool seeing girls, little teen girls coming up in their One Direction shirts, and they're getting their friends together and clearly very excited they're about to see One Direction,
Yeah.
I mean, they're not as nearly as excited if they were going to a concert, but also they are excited. They're about to see One Direction.
Yeah.
And I do remember vividly this one girl, she said she had already been to it 9 times or something.
Wow.
I think it's cool.
No, I bring this up because I do think it's cool. Anything to get people to theaters. I think that's good. I'm just wondering how it'll be let's say I go. I don't think I'm gonna go opening weekend, and I don't know for how long this is gonna run for, but I might see it second weekend at a draft house, maybe a 7 p.m. show on a Thursday or whatever. I wonder how wild it'll get there. Will there be Swifties there shouting at the screen? Will there be people singing along? I'm all for an interactive experience, but I just wonder how crazy it'll get at these screenings for a 2-hour 45-minute movie of this Eras tour. But no, we'll see. Anything else? I mean, are you going to go to this? How big of a Taylor Swift fan are you, Siobhan?
Once again, I'm fairly indifferent.
Yeah,
I don't dislike her at all. I don't dislike her music much. I don't like it all that much. There's a few songs. I'm not saying I dislike her at all. I'm indifferent.
I've only heard maybe a handful of her songs. I don't really know much about her music other than she exists and she's popular.
She was around. She was getting big around my time of pop music, and I gravitated towards Katy Perry and Rihanna more than I did Taylor Swift. I don't really know why. I guess she started out more as a country person.
Yeah,
and I never liked country, even though she was more pop country. She was never fully country, but every country thing is fucking pop country now.
Yeah.
But anyway, whatever. I've never. I don't know. I don't know why. There's no particular reason why I have never got in on her, but I just haven't.
Well, more power to her. She can do whatever the hell she wants.
Yeah, I think it's super dope the way that she's re-recording her albums to get back at the producers who fucked her out of money.
Oh yeah, that I'm totally on board with. Yeah, because the producers of her early albums, they have her masters, and they're making profit off her masters. She's not making profit at all, or making very little profit from those. So she is recording those early albums, which is great. So that's good. But yeah, I mean, I do like her. I just don't know anything about her art. I'm very unaware. Whatever. But chances are I'll see the movie, and I'm sure I'll have my own opinions after that. Okay. That's the news. Signed, sealed, delivered. That's it. Oh, and by the way, Dune 2 is delayed. That's big. Okay. What have we been watching over there? Let's get into that segment.
What have we been watching over there? Oh my God. I got to pull up my Letterboxd. Marcelo, you want to go first?
Yeah, I can go first. So... I did go see Bottoms. Did I mention that on the show? No. Because last week we talked Gran Turismo, and we talked American Pie in honor of Bottoms coming out. I did see Bottoms. Here's my review of it. I liked it a lot.
Hey.
I say go see Bottoms because it's opening this weekend in a wider release. Last weekend it was limited. Now it's wide. Director Emma Seligman. This is her next feature after Shiva Baby, reuniting with Rachel Sennett. And I think it's a worthy follow-up to that movie. That's good, but it's in the genre of raunchy teen comedy. I think it's a good entry in that genre. I think it holds its own. It's very weird. The tone is a little off, but ultimately I think in a good way. I don't want to spoil it, but I wish it sort of committed to being a lot more weird than it is, but it is pretty weird. I'll emphasize that. But most importantly, it's funny. It's charming. The two leads, Sonette and is it Io?
Io Edibiri.
Yes, they're both amazing. So, and the rest of the cast is damn good too. I don't know. I had a good time, and I like. And speaking of people going to movies, like I went to go see it in a packed house. I think the Saturday it opened. And I've just been seeing, at least here in Austin, and also on Twitter, I've been seeing people get excited about it. It's people have been going out to see this; they're excited to see it, so that's good. If a film like this released by, I think it's like an indie movie, I have to look to see who released this movie. But if a small movie like this, gets attention and gets people going to go see it, I'm all for it. Especially one that's like this good. But yeah, Bottoms, it's recommended from me. Siobhan, what about you?
Okay. So I think the last couple weeks I've just been into horror movies, especially found footage. And I continued that trend this week. I watched VHS Viral, which is a piss. Don't watch it. It's really bad. Okay. But I wanted to watch it just to continue the VHS series. I'd seen 1 and 2. And now I get to go to the 94s and 99s, which people say are good.
I've seen 99. I like that one.
Yeah, cool. Good. Because I just have been going through them. I have to see them all in order because I'm an idiot. Even though there is no through line whatsoever through any of these movies. I still have to. And what's the new one? 80-something coming out?
That is a good question. You put me on the spot.
Coming out. So,
I can look that up.
I think you might have seen both of these movies.
By the way, yes. VHS 85 is the next one.
85. Probably a Shudder exclusive, I imagine.
Correct. A Shudder original.
Beautiful.
And by the way, Bottoms was released by Orion Pictures, which is owned by MGM. So I guess, well, actually, and then MGM is owned by Amazon, so it's not really indie anymore.
Did they buy all of MGM? I thought they just bought James Bond from them.
I think Amazon bought MGM. Now I gotta look this up.
That'd make more sense. I guess I don't know.
Anyway, you were talking about the movies. I would know.
Yeah, Outwaters. Did you see that?
Oh, by the way, Amazon. I just looked it up. Amazon closes $8.5 billion acquisition deal, acquiring MGM. So yes, they
fully bought MGM.
Yeah, okay.
Makes sense.
Did
you see Outwaters?
Not seen Outwaters yet. I own it. Have not seen it yet.
Okay. Well, I won't get too much into it, I guess, but it's it felt to me like a very atypical found footage horror film in some really interesting ways. It's bizarre. I in my Letterboxd review, which I rarely get inspired to write out a review. I wrote 2 paragraphs for this thing.
Whoa.
I likened it to Skinamarink in that it is very experimental and kind of tries to terrify you by disorienting you and not letting you really latch onto anything at any one given time. And I think that works. The back half of that film is just a dizzying nightmare. I have no clue what the fuck happened. And I think that's cool. I would recommend it, but maybe wait until you have a strong stomach.
Oh.
And Ghostwatch. Did you see Ghostwatch? You have to have seen Ghostwatch.
This is another one I own.
Wow.
I own Outwaters because I bought the special edition Vinegar Syndrome Blu-ray with a slipcover. And I bought Ghostwatch because it also had a nice release this past year. So yeah. I have not seen Ghostwatch either, so no.
Well, I definitely throw that on for your Halloween. I was surprised at how I had chills going down my spine. I thought it'd be kind of a goofy thing. It's not. It's cool. It's legitimately very cool. Fully recommend that for your spooky season watchings. Outwaters if you want to actually be uncomfortable and scared. Ghostwatch if you want to have fun.
Cool. All right. I'll add those to the list. I'll watch them this spooky season. I think we can move on. The next segment. Oh, here we go. This is the meat of the episode. This is what we're actually talking about. That's right, folks. It's the end of the summer. And what's going to end the summer this year? It's another Equalizer movie. It's the Equalizer 3.
Woo!
Siobhan, how pumped are you for the Equalizer 3?
Okay. Previous to today, I was not pumped for the Equalizer 3 whatsoever. And after today, so let's just say it, in preparation, in our usual fashion, we watch some movie to prepare for whatever movie's coming out this week. We watched the first two Equalizer movies. Marcelo watched the first two Equalizer movies. I watched the first Equalizer movie. And now, after seeing the first Equalizer movie, I'm thinking I could dig on this.
Oh, yeah. So,
maybe.
Okay, had you seen the Equalizer movie before?
Yes, so I had seen the first one before, and I did not like it. It was around the time of release.
2014.
Okay, that was a very long time ago then. I don't know. I thought it was like kind of shoddily made and not like really... not satisfying enough, I guess. Not really what I wanted it to be. Like the action didn't. I was probably expecting more of a straight action movie than it is, and but today I was more appreciating the drama of it and the story and the filmmaking style of it. I take that back fully. That it's not shoddily made. I think it's very well made. But are we there yet? Is that what we're talking about right now?
The Equalizer? Not yet.
Yeah, are we talking about it?
I guess right now we're talking our overall thoughts on the Equalizer series.
Yeah, okay. So I'm excited to see 2. And depending on how I feel about 2, I'll be excited to see 3. But at minimum, I think I'm locked in at this point to seeing them all.
So you have not seen 2 yet, right?
I have not. I've never seen 2, no.
I'm interested on your take on 2. Because I think 2...
Me too.
Might be just as good as 1. I don't know. I'll get into it when I get into it, really. But I am going to see 3. It's on my list of things to see. But these movies, I think I can blow your mind, Siobhan, because... So I said 2014 is when the first one came out. Did you know that The Equalizer 1 came out a month before John Wick?
The Equalizer 1. Wow. Okay, that could have had an effect on it, couldn't it have?
Yeah. That's kind of my point. Because I really had no... If you would have told me The Equalizer 1 came out like 2011 or like 2015, I would have believed either one. Because it just feels... To me, it kind of feels out of time, where it's like, oh, that's not necessarily a bad thing, but to me, the first Equalizer, before rewatching it this week, I thought the first Equalizer, like, generic Denzel action movie. You know, he's got a bunch of them. Some of them are great. Some of them are like in the middle. They're never bad, I don't think. At least the ones I've seen. I haven't seen all of them. I haven't seen every Denzel action movie. I don't know.
We gotta get you to do that.
I don't know if Safe House is good.
That's the next series.
Hey, Denzel action movies? Sure.
Denzel Washington is the greatest actor of all time, too.
Yeah, let's do that. I don't think we can speak on that, but we can definitely do that and fail miserably. But okay, so my point is, the fact that John Wick came out a month later, for sure, made me realize, oh, yeah, like, this is how you do an action movie, like John Wick movies. Like, I want to see these action movies. So it didn't fare well for the Equalizer, but seeing the first Equalizer again this week for the first time, I think since it came out, I'm like, okay, yeah, it's solid, it's good. I mean, Denzel is not phoning it in. He never phones it in.
No, he's having fun with this movie.
Yeah,
like he is, and you're right, he never phones it in. But like, I don't know, there's just something extra here. Like, He looks like he's having a good time.
Yeah.
Really good time.
And I can say the same for Equalizer 2. Again, he's not phoning it in. If anything, he's like, I think he's even better in Equalizer 2, which is saying
he's honing it in like the Equalizer does when he goes into his time phase.
When he goes into Equalizer mode. Okay, so I think right now we're both excited for Equalizer 3. I mean, I'll probably see it in a week. Siobhan, you'll see it in like 6 months. I can't imagine you'll go to the theater to see Equalizer 3. I mean, that's my guess. I don't want to, you know.
One movie is going to get me out of the theater for the rest of the year. It's going to be Saw X. I'm not seeing anything else.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I bet going to this with a midnight crowd would be really fun. I bet the people pop off when Denzel when Denzel pops off when he like throws a pencil into a guy's eye or something at warp speed.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, that's what this movie. Like, that's why I go to these movies, just to see Denzel murder people in great creative ways. Not to the heights of a John Wick movie, but like he still like jams things through people's necks. He still murders people without like hesitation. And Denzel doing it, that never gets tiresome.
He turns on a dime from like just lovely, affable, fun guy to just super cold murderer with like no thought.
So let's get into the first movie. Okay.
Yeah.
So Denzel plays a man named Robert McCall.
Well, hold on. If you really want to get into the first movie, let's get into the first movie. Okay.
Let's get into the first movie.
The two most important days in your life are the day you're born and the day you find out why. Mark Twain.
Yeah, that's the opening quote. That's what you see before the movie starts. So yeah, you have a lot to think about while watching this movie. You have to think about your life in general, and you have to think to yourself, what am I here for? It's like, what am I made for? What's my purpose?
This is okay. You know what? Maybe this movie answers that question for the character of the Equalizer,
Robert McCall.
Robert McCall. Oh yeah, they say his name like 500 times. Bob. So I guess he finds out that he was born to be to carry out some kind of Sound of Freedom style justice for this world.
Yes. This is a proto Sound of Freedom. where Denzel's character, where the Equalizer, saves women from human trafficking.
Yep.
That's the premise. He's just an old guy at a coffee shop, enjoying his coffee, reading Moby Dick.
He works at Home Mart.
Yeah, Home Mart, which is just the Home Depot.
Home Mart. It's so hard to say.
Yeah. Welcome to Home Mart. Baby Billy's Bible Bonkers. And he's just living a normal life, and then these dudes start harassing him only because he's looking out for the welfare of this sex worker that he befriends, Chloe Grace Moretz, who is being treated like shit by the people who have human trafficked her. So
she gets beaten into a hospital.
Yeah. She gets beaten to the hospital.
And that sets him off.
Yeah, that sets him off, and then he goes out to kill the mob that is running this human trafficking ring that she is a part of. And along the way, I mean, did you remember David Harbour being in this?
No, I didn't. As soon as he popped... Oh, I had no clue who he was 10 years ago. You know, when the fuck did Stranger Things start? It could be 10 years old. I have no idea.
Stranger Things started in the year 2016.
Okay, yeah, well, I didn't know who he was at the time. I mean, as soon as I saw him, I was like, oh, yeah, he is in this, but...
What, you weren't a fan of him in Casino Royale? Oh, wait, no, he wasn't in that. You weren't a fan of him in Quantum of Solace?
Is he in Quantum of Solace?
Yeah, he's the CIA agent, along with Jeffrey Wright.
Maybe the editing was too frantic. I couldn't notice him.
No, but yeah, you're right. I mean, at this point, David Harbour was still like character actor, small roles. But big man, I was happy to see him in this.
He was a fun presence.
Yeah, I mean, and then you also get, of course, the aforementioned Chloe Grace Moretz. Bill Pullman shows up out of nowhere. Melissa Leo pops up out of nowhere.
I don't think I caught Bill Pullman. Maybe I was looking away. Melissa Leo, was it during Melissa Leo's scene?
Yeah, Bill Pullman, his character's mirrored to Melissa Leo.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because Leo is the CIA.
Why did that happen? I totally blinked out that segment.
I mean, no.
Why did he go there?
He went there just okay. So I'm gonna
Visit
retrace.
some friends?
I'm gonna retrace some of the story for anybody who's like, "What the fuck are these guys talking about?" So Denzel starts just killing these mob people, and
he is like surgically good at it.
Yeah.
He's a Terminator.
Yeah. There's no stopping him. But at one point, he just he's killed a lot of people, and he goes, "I need more people to kill." So he goes to Melissa Leo, who is like I guess either former CIA analyst or current analyst, whatever. She has information. He goes to her and says, "Hey, can you look up these people? I need to kill more people." And she goes, "Yeah, here's the information." So he goes, "Okay, thanks. I'm gonna kill more people now." Although Melissa Leo, her character is married to Bill Pullman's
Oscar
character.
winner.
Yeah, Oscar winner. Married to Bill Pullman's character. Bill Pullman goes, so why did he come here? And she goes, well, I think why am I doing Bill Pullman's first for Melissa Leo? No, Melissa Leo goes, I think he just came here for permission, right? Rather than help. I think that's what she says. But yeah, I mean, it's not like a tortured soul sort of thing like Man on Fire, because that to me is something else. Like that, he's more like it's like, oh, I know this is the end for me. I'm just gonna kill everybody, up until I die. But yeah, he is the Terminator in these movies. There's no way he's gonna die unless he dies at the end of Equalizer 3. But yeah,
these are based on like graphic novels, right?
No, it's based on a TV show.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah,
and there is a new TV show too with Queen Latifah.
Yes, and Queen Latifah is the new Equalizer.
Okay.
Yeah. What else can we say about the
When
Equalizer?
was that original show from?
1985. That's what it says here.
Fascinating.
From 1985 to 1989. The concept has been rebooted twice with a series of movies. The movies that we have seen, or I've seen 2 of them. You've seen 1, and the TV show from 2021. I wonder if that's still on. Yeah, it says it's still on.
So I think this character that Denzel's playing is really interesting. Like his double life stuff. I already mentioned before how good Denzel is at just like, I don't even know what the fuck he does. He doesn't do anything, but like he just knows how to change demeanor in the slightest ways to like evoke now I'm scary guy. And his character's like OCD tics are really interesting.
Yeah.
Like how when he has to sit down at the table, he has to like pull out his napkin and put the spoon upside down and place the book exactly right. Or when he closes a door, he has to close it over and over and over a few times. I think those aspects of his character are kind of interesting. And like the stopwatch, what's the stopwatch? It never seems to work.
I think he's just timing himself when he does this.
Yeah, I think he's just interested, I guess.
Yeah,
he's a curious guy. He's an intellectual man. Man, there is this beautiful line that it nearly made me tear up, and it's just like that's how good Denzel is when he's talking to Chloe Grace Moretz, explaining about the most backstory we get out of his character. Where he talks about he's reading Old Man in the Sea, and he said his wife was reading through the 100 reading through a list of the 100 books you must read before you die, and she made it to 97. And he decided to pick up and do the same, read through the books. I think he said he's on 93, and as he said that he's doing it so that he can have something to talk to her about when he sees her again.
Oh yeah,
and like that. Oh man, Denzel's so fucking good. That delivery, nearly tear up. It's so good.
Yeah, again, he never phones it in. Like that. No. That's what makes anything he's in so compelling. And especially these action movies. I mean, again, it could have been a standard action movie. I think I even said before, 20 minutes ago, I said, Equalizer, from my memory, a standard action movie. But it's only because of him that really it stands out to me.
Fairly, there is. I don't remember exactly when, but like, of course, this is always in my mind because like Tony Scott and Denzel's collaboration is legendary. There was like one scene that like seemed like a Tony Scott like shout out, like trying to make like a Tony Scott kind of action-y scene. And I wish I could remember anything about it, but there was like one moment where I was like, oh shit, this is like Tony Scott.
The one moment that came to mind that I think felt like a reference to Man on Fire was when, I guess spoiler alert, he had David Harbour tied up in the garage, and he put David Harbour in his own car and was piping in the CO2 into his car and choking him. And then Denzel goes, "You're running out of time." And I think that's what he says in Man on Fire to the guy he ties up in Man on Fire.
Wow.
At least that's the reference I caught.
That's cool.
Could have been a coincidence. Could have been a reference. I don't know.
Mine was more like vibes and like editing style, and actual like look of the film kind of changed a little bit for some action-y part.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I'm sorry.
I get that too.
I failed you as a co-host.
It's fine, Siobhan.
My last little note here is I thought his little Gladys Knight and the Pips thing was very cute. His little shuffle that he did. It was very good.
What did you make of the Stormart, his coworkers and the subplots there? His coworker who he wants to make lose weight so the guy can pass the security guard test.
There's a way they could have gone about it where I would have felt differently. I thought it was fine. It didn't. I wasn't in love with it. It didn't do anything really to super ingratiate me to either character, but that was fine. It was an okay way to spend the time. The movie's a tad long, I think.
Yeah,
it felt it just a little bit to me. Not too much, but and then there's also the other subplot with and this one wraps up in a second, but where the guy holds up the woman at gunpoint, and he gets her wedding ring back. And anyway, that specific training subplot was it was just fine. Like it's fine. That character doesn't really come back in that meaningful of a way ever, but he's always there. So
which guy? The security guard guy?
Yes, the guy that he trains. Well, the security guard.
He does play a pivotal role in the finale.
He's there. He gets the hostages out,
and then he saves Denzel. He carries
does he save him?
Yeah,
he does do the carrying thing. You're right. Yes.
Yeah.
Duh. What am I? I just watched this movie.
Listen. To I think to your point, I felt, and I think this is what this series is, and it's only because I think they're trying to mimic the TV show, because the TV show is that the premise of that is, okay, it's this retired assassin who every week helps these people who need help, who don't normally get the kind of help that they deserve. So it's like, okay, I'm going to step in and help these people out. So that's why there are these like he helps the security guard because the security guard quits the job at Home Store, whatever it's called, to help his mom because his mom is being terrorized by these crooked cops who are like, extorting her for payoffs. So he goes to those cops and he goes, "Hey, what the fuck you doing?" Beats up those cops, which is great. And then gets the money back to that guy's mom, and that guy comes back to the store and becomes a security guard. Right, that's the end of that plot. Right,
Yeah.
that's like an episode of a TV show. Another episode is, hey, this robber took this wedding ring from one of the coworkers, and then we don't see this. I guess it's just because
I love they just show you him taking a hammer off the shelf and leaving, and then coming back and putting wiping the hammer off and putting it back.
Yeah, so there's like another episode of the TV show. So yeah, it's like, and the sequel is kind of like that too. I'm not gonna spoil it, but like he's an Uber driver in the sequel, and that's kind of how he gets into people's lives. That way, it's like, okay, he meets these new people and he helps them out. Although, like the promise at the end of the first movie, where he goes on Craigslist and posts like, "Hey, do you need help? Contact me."
Yeah,
that never really gets going in the sequel. No, they never touched back on that.
It just didn't work out for him. It's not the best place.
Craigslist is like, oh, okay. They closed down the misconnections page. I'm not even going to bother being on Craigslist anymore. But yeah, so it feels like vignette-y. It feels like segmented.
I guess that's a good point, honestly.
Yeah,
it's not something I notice while watching, but I hear it while you say it.
I'm fine with it overall, though. Something worth pointing out is like, this first movie, a little long. It's 2 hours and 11 minutes. 2 hours and 12 minutes. Sorry, the sequel is 2 hours and 1 minute, and the third movie is an hour and 49 minutes. Yeah,
that's the one I want to see too, because it's we haven't mentioned. You mentioned Man on Fire already. 3 is the grand reunion between
Denzel and Dakota Fanning.
Washington and Dakota Fanning, the bodyguard and the little girl.
The bodyguard and the body.
The body to be guarded.
Yes,
in Man on Fire. That one I'd like to spend a little more time. But okay,
too bad.
That's all right. That's all right.
It could be the shortest one in the series. Okay.
By a lot.
Yeah, by a lot.
12 minutes.
I don't know. It's interesting because normally when sequels get going, they get longer and longer, don't they? I mean, for God's sakes, the Avengers.
Yeah.
What? That was like 3 hours long. The end game. Come on.
Did you see that damn thing? Jesus.
Jesus Christ. Had to cover out a half a day to watch.
John Wick 4?
John Wick 4, 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Good Lord.
Come on. Yeah, so that final... The last thing I want to talk about before we wrap this up, this thrilling conversation on The Equalizer. the home store...
Home
Mart's finish with Denzel. You know what? And I'm going to be upfront. I thought this happened in the Equalizer 2. I forgot that this all happened in the Equalizer 1, where he used Home Mart tools to murder people.
This kicked so much ass.
It was fun.
When he barbed wire hung the guy up, like holy shit, and then stabbed the other dude through the neck with
a drill.
I don't know. Was it a drill? No, it was like a long spike or something. Like I don't know why the fuck would that be in the store?
Oh, he kills a lot of people with a lot of tools, but for sure he killed one person with a drill. Like he
does drill a guy.
He drilled some guy's neck, killed him dead. But no, yeah, you're right. There's another tool where he jabs him in the throat with it, and listen, it's great. All of it's great. I don't care.
It revels in its violence. Like it is bloody, really well done violence.
The nail gun is great at the end. That's the tool he uses to kill the main bad guy.
How he has to load it. How he has to load it between each shot. God damn, you feel those hits.
So good. So I just want to point that out. It's such a unexpected ending. It's like I didn't realize it should have been obvious. I mean, come on. He works at a home improvement store, at a tool store. Of course, he's going to use these tools to kill the bad guys at the end. It kind of reminds me later that movie Nobody does a similar thing with like
a little bit.
Yeah.
Two more Nobodies or two more Equalizers.
Are you saying what? Do I want an Equalizer 4 and 5 or a Nobody 2 and 3?
Yeah.
I like if the Equalizer can get to 3 and John Wick can get to 4, why can't Nobody get to 3? Come on, at least one more. Give me one more Nobody.
Well, they are making Nobodies, aren't they? I think they are.
Are they? I missed that news.
They're definitely like they have the idea for it. I know they're working on it.
Well,
sorry to kill the conversation, but this movie's really good. I think the second one, Marcelo. Is there any scene that rivals the hardware store scene, the Home Mart scene?
No, I think the Home Mart scene is the pinnacle of action in both movies. Unfortunately,
it's so good, like how stealthy it is too. Like it's not like he takes on a bunch of guys with a fucking assault rifle. It's like he's picking them off one by one. He's a hunter
with different tools,
with different tools for each person.
Yeah. In the second one, the finale takes place like during a hurricane or tropical storm, which is pretty cool. He does use some ingenious ways to kill people, but no, not as impactful. I'd say the biggest highlight I think of 2. I think a big reason why I think you should see it, Siobhan, or other people should see it, is it co-stars Pedro Pascal.
Oh, baby.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And I'm not going to spoil the movie. I want you to enjoy it if you eventually see it. But he kind of plays a weasel. He kind of plays a guy you don't really expect him to play. Not anymore, anyway. Not in 2023.
I see him being able to play that role well.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he plays really well. I'm just saying, like,
before you know him, I could absolutely see that being his roles.
Absolutely, yeah. And this was 2018, obviously. Before
he would have been in Kingsman 2 about that time.
Yes, yeah. But if you only know him from like The Mandalorian and The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent and The Last of Us, which I have not seen, I'm assuming he plays a hero in that. I mean, come on, he's
it's complicated.
Okay. Well, if nowadays you mostly know him as a good guy, folks listening, then yeah, it's cool to see him play like these bad guy roles, especially in a movie like The Equalizer 2. And I know he played a bad guy in 1984, but he was like a charismatic bad guy, like a all-smiling bad guy, which is, I think, is different from
1984. What the hell is that?
Wonder Woman 1984 is what I should have said.
Oh, yeah. Ugh.
Remember that?
God.
But in Equalizer 2, he plays more of a sniveling weasel sort of character, which I enjoy watching. But yeah, and overall, yeah, the action is pretty damn good. There are moments where, like, yes, Denzel, kill these assholes. And there is one plot line similar to like the security guard plot line in one where he takes his time to help like this one person get through, I guess, life, giving him life lessons. It does work, but I don't know. It is what it is. I know Denzel. I'm because Denzel's a producer on these movies. I'm sure it's Denzel like adding this stuff in, like let's help the kids out. let's which I'm fine with, but like kind of feels a little forced in The Equalizer 2. Anyway, if you see it, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, that's what I'll say about The Equalizer 2. Worth it. I'd say just as good as the first one, but not to the heights of like that home store mart finale of 1.
Are you going to rev your engines to see The Equalizer 3 out in theaters, Marcelo?
I am. I'm going to kick it in high gear. I'm going to strap myself in for The Equalizer 3 this weekend. And I'll report back, not next week, but the next time we talk.
No, this is over. We're never doing this again.
We're done. Well, not this year anyway. The summer movie season is done for this year. Will we be back next year?
Come back.
We'll see.
Unless it doesn't, because the SAG and WGA and DGA and PGA strikes are going on.
Yeah.
By next summer.
If nobody comes back, if there's no creatives out there making movies, then we won't be back either.
The VFX union.
Yeah. All that grinds Hollywood to a halt, then we'll be done too. So this might be the final episode.
So see you around if you like that.
Yeah, we've reached the end. So yeah, that's the Equalizer talk done. This is the show. The show's done. Blockbuster talk is done. Siobhan, any last words? Oh shit! I forgot the box office game.
Oh, the box office game.
Okay, it's something I always forget, but I do have the page pulled up.
Movie keyword movies where people equal things. Math movies.
No. So I wanted to play the
Denzel action. I'd have no clue.
I wanted to pull up the chart of the top 10 Denzel box office movies.
God, that'd be really tough for me, and I don't know why.
But that page is not available on Box Office Mojo because I'd have to be a Box Office Mojo.
Because you have to be a fucking IMDb Pro member?
Yep.
Man, can we just say this for a second? We've been playing this box office game every week. How big of a goddamn bummer is it that Box Office Mojo sucks now?
Yeah, because Amazon bought them, and Amazon owns IMDb. Yeah. So they rolled them together, and they're bullshit now.
It was such a good repository for information. Like, I know a lot of people say, like, they don't care how much money a movie makes or whatever, but it's still information that, like, should be not gate kept.
Exactly.
And, like, there are lots of valid reasons for wanting that type of information. And like me growing up, it was like one of the websites I visited regularly just because I was so interested in film. And it kind of like pointed me towards stuff. And the statistics are always very interesting to me because I'm kind of like a nerd about that stuff. And now it's like, am I going to sign up for a subscription to use this website? No way. Fuck that.
So I went with the next best thing. I went with thenumbers.com, which I'm hoping provides accurate information. This may not be verified, but Siobhan, according to the-numbers.com, I have the top 10 Denzel Washington films according to box office receipts. Let's go. I will give you the option. Would you want to play this? Now, you're going to try to guess as many as you can. Okay? You have... I'm going to give you...
3 misses.
You want 3 misses? You want 3 guesses?
No. I want you to do it. You decide.
Okay. So, let's do the top 10. I'm going to give you 5 guesses. All right? Let's see how many you can get. Okay? Now here's your choice. Yeah, here's your choice. You can either choose domestic box office or worldwide box office. That's your choice.
Domestic.
Let's go domestic. All right. All right. Top 10 domestic Denzel Washington box office movies. All right. Let me count this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right.
Unstoppable.
Incorrect. That comes in at number 12.
Kind of shell-shocked. Fuck. He's hard. Eli, Book of Eli.
Oh, yes. That is number 6. Good job.
Okay. So I'm trying to think about his dramatic work. Like, he was doing drama shit at the time that drama shit made money. It was allowed to make money. So like, I don't know, could Malcolm X or Training Day or Remember the Titans, could any of that made Remember the Titans?
Remember the Titans? Wow, good job. Number 3, Remember the Titans.
Okay. I'm gonna say The Equalizer just because.
The Equalizer, number 5.
Wow. Okay. Well, then that points me to probably I should say Equalizer 2.
That is number 4.
Wow. I didn't expect that at all. Well, I think that's 5, but I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah, no, keep going. I like this. How about? Okay, you've missed 1. If you miss 2 more, you're out. So you got to keep going until you miss 2 more.
My 3 misses. 3 misses.
3 misses.
Okay. Crimson Tides.
Ah, buddy, that's number 10.
All right.
You're sweeping up.
Okay. So the fact that Unstoppable isn't on there, I gotta take into account the other Tonys, of course. Well, I did Crimson Tide just now, but what were my 3 earlier? I said Malcolm X, Remember the Titans, and Deja Vu.
Deja Vu. Oof.
Number 2.
That's like 20.
Yeah, I didn't expect it.
Although, oh no, I'll share that with you later. But I'll keep going.
Again.
So you got one more. You got one more miss to miss.
Why am I blanking so hard? I pulled Remember the Titans. I'm happy that I did that.
That was number 3. Yeah,
I'm proud of myself for doing that.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you. Am I still missing number 1?
You are missing number 1.
Amazing.
Now, since you have one more, just to make it more fun, I'm gonna give you a clue. The number 1 movie came out in 2007. The number 2 movie, which you have not gotten either, came out in 2012.
Neither of these came out in that year. I'm sorry that I have to do this, but I'm really blanking, so I'm just gonna say Man on Fire.
Unfortunately, no. That was number 13.
I knew it wouldn't. I knew it wouldn't be. I just knew.
But
is Malcolm X on there?
I don't even see it here in the top 25.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know if that was a thing that was a drama movie that stayed around in theaters for
it's like years. 30, I think. Okay, so you did a good job. You got 5 out of the top 10. So here's the rundown. I'll go from reverse order. So number 10 was Crimson Tide. Number 7, Number 10, this is why I just did that. So number 10, Crimson Tide. Number 9, The Magnificent Seven.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Number 8, Flight. I may have said this was number 6, but it was actually number 7.
Flight.
The Book of Eli was number 7. The Pelican Brief was number 6.
No, wouldn't have got that.
Equalizer 1, Equalizer 2 was 5 and 4. Remember the Titans, number 3. This is surprising because I mentioned this earlier. I've not seen this movie, but apparently it's very big. Safe House, number 2.
Oh, yeah. I should have got that. I also don't think that movie's very good. But
the number 1 domestic box office
2007
Denzel movie still is his most profitable movie, apparently, American Gangster.
Interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting. Now,
wow. Huh.
When we do
also a movie I think is not good.
When we do worldwide box office, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Book of Eli.
Deja Vu comes in number 8 in worldwide box office. Philadelphia comes in at number 3. Inside Man comes up in number 7. Unstoppable came in at number 9. So if you would have went to worldwide, you would have got Deja Vu and Unstoppable.
I guess.
Yeah. So you fucked up. You fucked up. All right. So that's the box office game. That's the last straw.
John Q.
That's like number 20. Sorry. And also I'm counting because on thenumbers.com, they don't number these. They just give them to you. I have to count them individually. It's kind of annoying. So thenumbers.com, be better. Okay, that's the end. Siobhan, I'm going to give you the last words on the summer blockbuster season. Your final thoughts. We did it.
It was a beautiful summer, one that I will cherish. Over here, it was actually pretty good. It was nice for me personally, great for the world.
Absolutely.
Great, and let's talk about those movies. I think we'll be talking about those movies till the end of time, and I think we should all take that home. Take that to heart and really just sit with that for a while, because that's something special that we really we'll be talking about Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny for the rest of our lives. Yeah, that's about all I have to say. It's been such a crazy, wild ride, and I just am so grateful I got to take it with all of you beautiful listeners. Thank you.
You're welcome. Now for plugs. Siobhan, where can the people listening find you online?
At Junkblader on Twitter, but the only real thing I want to plug is that Patreon. Get in on those Saw commentaries, the Sawmentaries. Hello September. 10 individual commentaries, all for your listening enjoyment, to get you fucking pumped for Saw X. And even more importantly than paying us for the commentaries, just go see Saw X. Make it a hit. I want it to be a hit.
Yes, please. Like Siobhan just said, instead of paying us, just buy a ticket to go see Saw X.
Buy a ticket.
Buy a ticket. As for me, yeah.
If paying us meant that you'd be $1 short for your ticket, I'd want you to get the ticket instead.
Give it to John Kramer instead. He needs it. Lionsgate, Twisted Pictures, think of them. As for me, yeah, same thing. Go to the Patreon, patreon.com/talkfilmsociety. Go to talkfilmsociety.com/Saul. That's easy enough. And yeah, that's it. I got nothing else to say.
Stay safe. I mean, there's a lot of stuff happening.
A lot of bad things happening. I don't know how to end this. We'll see when we see you.
See you on the other side.
See you on the side. I wish I had something to say at the end.
What?
I know.
Okay.
I see you at the movies. No, wait, never say that. All right, bye.